This story was shared by one of our followers, Jody C.
The first 8 years of my marriage included a weekly visit to my husband's grandmother, Grandma Kay. She was a force of nature and fun to hang out with. Grandma Kay and I would shoot the breeze while Stephen mowed the lawn and did other work she wasn't able to do. Early on, she shared the story of her husband's death in that very house. They'd just finished dinner and Grandpa Joe went to the living room for a lay down on the couch.
I was cleaning up when I heard Joe take a sharp breath. I stopped in my tracks, thinking he was about to shout or say something, but all I heard was a sigh. I heard myself saying, "Joe just died." And he had.
In the 8th year of my marriage, Grandma Kay died. When it came time for her 4 kids to consider what to do with the house, Stephen and I were offered the opportunity to buy it, and we leapt at the chance. The house was always warm and welcoming and was securely set in the middle of a good neighborhood. It was an ideal place to start a family, and we did just that. From the time our son could babble and crawl, it became apparent that there was someone in his nursery with whom he'd interact. Smiles, laughter, babbles, reaching out pudgy fingers towards the ghost that only he could see. Having had my own friend as a child, and being an active paranormal investigator most of my life, I wasn't freaked out or worried. This didn't stop me from feeling awestruck a couple of years later. I packed up my toddler and buckled him into the car, ready to drop him off at the sitters before heading on to work. I was backing the car out of the driveway when my son began waving towards the house and saying bye-bye. It was just a gesture, so I didn't have any forethought when I asked, "Who are you waving bye-bye to, sweetheart?" He didn't answer me. Instead, he smiled towards the house and waved again. "Bye-bye, Joe."
Wow, what a perceptive little one. It is good to hear stories of the connection between family members that have passed on, knowing that they are still close by. It wouldn't surprise me if Grandpa Joe and your son met in the spirit world before he was born and remained friends. Thank you for sharing. As for Damian, we are starting to wonder if you have a soul at all, but rather are just an empty shell of a human. We know you are frustrated that you can't find what you were hoping to uncover. Feel free to keep searching though, the longer you waste your time, the more we see you. Until next time.